Please adhere to YouTube selected guidelines before viewing the content of this video. I do not encourage or condone any products, actions, or behaviors shown in this video. All videos are produced in a safe, professional, and controlled environment. Please do not attempt to replicate any actions performed during video. All actions are performed by professionals.
Alright, so today I'm going to be traveling 2 hours to ride the historic Chōshi Electric Railway in Chiba Prefecture. It was first opened in 1923. It is located in and around the city of Chōshi on the edge of Chiba Prefecture, right near the ocean, and it's only got a track length of 4 miles or 6.4 kilometers, making it quite short without a doubt. From the statistics and photos I've seen, it appears to be a lesser used train line with a retro rolling stock and beautiful area surrounding it. And so as such, I figured, hey, why not check it out and see what the Chōshi Electric Railway is all about for the first time today. And so as such, well, that's exactly what I'm going to be doing. I'm currently walking to Kogane Station in Matsudo, in Chiba Prefecture though, and I have about a 2.5 hour train ride in front of me. And so as such, I suppose I should probably go ahead and get on the platform that I need to get on as soon as possible so I can actually get to the starting station of Chōshi. So let's keep walking, let's keep going, and let's go take a look at the Chōshi Electric Railway. Pretty excited for this, I'm not gonna lie, y'all. Looks to be like it's gonna be an interesting day.
JR 東日本をご利用くださいましてありがとうございました。
Alright, so it's 12:58 and I have now arrived at the JR Chōshi station. The platform for the Chōshi Electric Railway, I believe, is right down, I want to say, down there. But my priority right now is to get some food. Thing is though, the Chōshi Electric Railway only runs 1 train an hour. And the next one is in 12 minutes. So I gotta get a move on it. Now I'm getting lunch now rather than at the end of the Chōshi Electric Railway, just because there's no convenience stores by the end of the Chōshi Electric Railway. So I need to get my stuff now rather than later. So I'm gonna get myself some alcohol, food, and water. Oh man, my glass is fogged up. It was pretty chilly in there, I'm not gonna lie, that felt really nice. So that's what you have to do. So I gotta let them know. Chōshi Dentetsu? Arigatou gozaimasu. So to get, if you just start at the station on the outside, to get to the Chōshi Dentetsu line, you have to basically just let the station staff know where you're going, and then just go directly to the Chōshi Dentetsu platform, which is what I showed y'all earlier. So my final destination and the final stop on the railway, because I want to ride it in its completion, is Tokawa, and I believe that's going to be 350 yen cash. I've just got to buy a ticket. Here we go. So no Suica, no Pasmo, and I'm just going to look around. We've got like 4 minutes. Looks like they have a little anime girl mascot right there. Is what the inside of the first area looks like, and that's the train. That is old, that is rusty, and I like that. I like that a lot. Where do I buy a ticket? I think I can only go in this way for the moment, so I've got to buy my ticket. Tokawa?
Tokawa, okay.
Thank you. So there we go, y'all. I got my ticket. 350 yen. So I just paid him directly. That's the first time I've ever bought a ticket in that fashion, in that way in Japan. It's very interesting. Single track line. No surprise there. Very cool. I think I'm gonna go up to the front. So we've now reached Tokawa Station, and to get here, I believe we rode on the Chōshi Electric Railway 2000 series, which was refurbished in 2010 and was bought from another railway, which bought it from another railway. And so basically what I'm saying is that this train right here is quite old. In fact, from what I can tell, it's from 1962, I want to say. Do correct me if I'm wrong. I was just looking at Wikipedia, but I think 1962 is what it said. And yeah, it felt like it was 1962, I'm not gonna lie, y'all. In a very good way. In a very good way. Yeah. No, that was sick. Like, I've ridden on some older train lines than not, and this train line definitely feels older. Like, it runs very close to property and houses and stuff like that. Just really cool because of that, but also the train itself is literally from the 1960s. Overall, gotta admit, very cool experience, very old train, and not a very long route. I am gonna be taking it again later on in the day, but not at the moment. Not at the moment. I've got some stuff around here I want to check out. Here's the other train car. I guess this is probably the 801 series. And wow, this one's got wooden floors and oh my goodness. It is a little bit rusty as well. Well, we are right near the sea, so that makes sense. I will acknowledge that does make sense. Very cool though. But I'm trying to think. All right, I'm gonna pull up where I want to go. And then I'm gonna keep talking about my experience because I really enjoyed myself. I think first off, I'm gonna walk up to Inobusaki Lighthouse, which is right there. I could have gotten off at this station, but I wanted to ride along. The train. Wanted to ride the train. You know, I'm a little bit out of it. It's been like 4 hours since I last had a smoke. We're just gonna walk to the lighthouse and. It's a 23-minute walk. We're gonna go over that way, and then we're gonna walk back down and hit up some other stuff. And that's the plan, I will acknowledge. That's the plan. But we're gonna go to the Inobusaki Lighthouse and see what that is all about. When we passed by that station, it looked like a lot of people got off there, so I assume that is one of the main tourist destinations in this area. I think we gotta go that way though, but I'm gonna look down the tracks, and it's just like very nice. Little quiet community over here, I'll acknowledge. Definitely don't want to fall into that. Very cool. Very cool. And that's what the tracks look like. It's all single track. Overall though, I gotta admit, oh, and it's about to go by. Yes, I'm gonna watch. It's about to go by. Of course I'm going back. Hell yeah, brother. Goes. It's moving. Slowly. It's moving though. Hell yeah. The operating speed for this railway is 25 miles an hour. It is not quick by any means. But there we go. Very cool. Hell yeah. That was sick. I'm glad I got to see that. I'm glad I kind of hung around for a second. I think the best way to kind of describe my experience on the Chōshi Electric Railway is that it is the most vintage, like, train experience I've had in Japan so far. Train from 1962, no Suica card, no ticket, like vending machines, no ticket machines, and I paid the guy on the train. That and the train just looks really cool. Overall, makes for a great experience, I'm not gonna lie, y'all. But yeah, apparently the Chōshi Electric Railway, they used to run trains twice an hour, up until I think it was like 2020, when a lot of shutdowns happened and everything like that kind of thing, and they slimmed it down to 1 per hour, and then it's been that way ever since. Apparently the Chōshi Electric Railway has been facing declining ridership since like the 1960s. And I think it's these days less than 700,000 people ride it a year, which for context is less than the amount of people that ride like really big train lines, like let's say the Yamanote line, in a day. So yeah, it's not the biggest train line in the world by any means. It's very much a historic piece. And it's a train line that has been talked about shutting down a couple times. But every time somebody brings up that topic, the local residents get extremely mad. And when they originally talked about shutting down the railway in, I think it was the 1960s, the protests against shutting it down actually got violent. And it was apparently one of the first, situations where there were actually violent protests over shutdowns of a train line, which is, crazy kind of thing. I'm like, oh my goodness, I totally get it. I love my train infrastructure. But man, violent protests? That be getting wild. But apparently I was reading over the Wikipedia page for the train line, and apparently these days the train line is very much, they've made it some people still ride it out of necessity, of course, but it's very much a touristy thing now. Look at those over there. Look at those little rocks sticking up with all the trees on them. And that's very pretty over there. This is a pretty area. Oh yeah, but what I was about to say, oh yeah, there were violent protests over the talked about shutdown of the Chōshi Electric Railway. And these days, even though they are still facing declining ridership and not a lot of profitability apparently, due to the enthusiasm the local residents have for the railway, there's a lot of subsidies coming from the city of Chōshi to fund the railway and its continued operation. And the Chōshi Electric Railway Company actually has diversified into food products and now makes more from food than they make from train operation, which I find to be amusing. I think they make rice crackers. I don't know what brand, but if I can find some, I'll have to see if I can pick some up and, support the railway in a way other than riding the railway. I think there's a bathroom right here. I gotta take a piss. Yeah, it is a bathroom. I'll see y'all in a minute. Alrighty, well, I'm out of the bathroom. It was overall pretty nice. Just a bit warm inside, as to be expected, because there's no AC. It's an outdoor bathroom with a roof over your head. Looks like this is a map of the area, so this would be Chōshi Station, I want to say. This is the last station on the Chōshi Electric Railway, and so we would be right about here, I want to say. So looking out that way, we could see that right there, but looking out that way, I think that's just the Pacific Ocean. You can see all the way to America. Is that an ashtray I see? Is that an ashtray I see? Is that an ashtray I see? Looks like it to me. Big bet I found my smoking area I wanted. Hell yeah, let's get it. Lighthouse, I'll acknowledge. I'll have to read some of the signs if I can. Try to figure out exactly what year it was made. Let's stub this out. Just like that. So that was less than I thought it was going to be to get in. I think that was 300 yen. And I got my little ticket right here. Very cool. Looks like they have a museum. Oh, what do I want to hit first? I think I want to go up to the top first. Yeah. That. I'm going to go in this way. I don't know if I can go up to the top this way, but we'll see. And here's it over the years, I think. Well, let's go up to the top. 1874? Yo, I had no idea. This lighthouse is way older than I thought. Let's go up. That's a good view. Alright, yeah. 300 yen, totally worth it. This is a really good view. Oh man, that's beautiful. I think that's the Chōshi Port Tower over there that we can see in the distance. Looks like there's a park going all the way down. Well, my plan, start over here, walk all the way that way around over to those bluffs. That's my plan. So I'm going to get to see them up close and personal. There's the light. I am too tall for this lighthouse. My goodness. Oh man. Okay, alright, just kind of grabbing the rail. There we go, alright. Yeah, that's steep. It's gotta be one of the steeper stairs I've ever experienced in Japan. Thankfully, the rest of it is not nearly so bad. Ooh, let's go through the museum. Let's take a look at that. I love how the glass looks. Just imagine an ashtray that looks like that. Oh man, yeah, I gotta go up there. And it's still got the rotating device, and look how old that is. Here's this one as well. Like a bunch of them. This one's from Hokkaido, all the way at the top. It's got an interesting shape to it as well. Very interesting. Oh, you can go inside? Well, I can't, but I guess that's how you change the light, right? Makes sense. That's how big the bulb is. That's how big the bulb is? That's how big the bulb is. What? It's that small? What? Hold up. What? Okay, that is like beautiful to me. I think it looks gorgeous. That is so pretty. Like it's so, like the glass is so Art Deco. But this predates Art Deco. By like a decent ways. And the light in that one is tiny too. Were they normally that small? Like I guess so, right? Must be like superheated, like super powered light bulb or something, I figure, right? What is that? Inline 4? I can't tell. I've got no idea. Wow. That bulb is not that big. It's small. Like what? Okay, I like it. I really like the aesthetics of, like if somebody like told me this was like a sculpture at like an art museum, I'd be like, yeah, no, that's beautiful. That's really cool. That's a cool sculpture. I think I'm gonna take one final look from this direction, and I think I'm gonna get a move on over to the gift shops and then walk down to the rocks down there. And I'm gonna start walking up the beach and find a place to have my lunch. I think that's the plan. And I think before I leave, I'm gonna have another smoke as well. Gotta do it. But I'm gonna take a look in the gift shops first. I didn't see anything in particular I wanted, but I'm going to take a look at the other ones real quick, see what else there is. Pretty nice little gift shop area, I'd say. Nothing too much I wanted, but it was nice. Very beachy. I'm gonna get myself a Dr. Pepper and I'm gonna have a smoke though. Yes, sir. That's got my Dr. P. Ooh. Crisp opening noise. That is exactly what I needed right now. Honda Civic Type R. That's a new Type R too. That's the newest gen. That's nice. That's pretty sweet. Let's take a look at this. What does the sign say? I don't know what this says. Got little areas right there. Maybe he's pointing at some of the little islands out in the distance. That's probably what it's doing. Yeah, well, nice path down here. Yeah, no, it's a chill spot. This is a chill spot. I'm going down there. That's where I'm heading to next. Now that I've seen everything over here, kind of want to walk along the peninsula. And once I'm down here, I don't think I'm going back up because it's quite a ways back up. So I'm walking all the way around once I'm down here. And once I walk across that way a little bit, looks like I'm going to be in the shade. So maybe somewhere over there. I think there's a beach over there and I see some shade on that beach, so I think that might be the place I kind of want to go eat my lunch. Oh, it's so, oh man. Yo, that's nice. There it goes. Yes, sir. Oh, that's a big wave. That's a big wave. Oh, it's going. Yeah. One thing I will absolutely say though, I would not want to park my car on this side of the building. Absolutely not. My car, oh, there's a Bentley. My car would turn into rust so fast, and I'm sure a lot of the cars parked around here do as well if they're parked anywhere near the ocean. Like the sea breeze will already make your car rust, but being parked right here where, especially on like stormy days, I bet it's splashing all over this parking lot. Your car is just gonna be nothing but rust after a couple years. Good to go this way. There's a garbage pile. I feel weird walking through here. I don't think I'm really supposed to be. But it's okay. It is what it is. There's a footpath. We're all good. Nobody's stopping me. Nobody's running after me. We're all good. I got a spine on my socket. It's digging into my leg. Alright, now how do I get down there? Oh. Huh. I could jump down, I guess. That's probably my best option, honestly. Oh, we're just gonna jump. Oh. Alright, not too bad. Let's get it. I gotta keep moving. I gotta get to that shade. My feet are burning. Oh man, it's just getting worse. Okay. Gotta into this slope up here where my feet sink in a little bit more to the cool sand. Oh, okay, alright. We made it. That sand got really hot. Now where is a place that I might want to sit down? I think I'll go for right over there, right next to the wall. Because there's a beach right there, I can just stick my feet in. How about that? Is that good? Yeah, it's pretty solid. I'll take it. I think I might want to go a little bit more like that, maybe? Yeah, I think that's about right. I think that's about the view that I might want. Let's just being finicky with it. Why not, right? There we go. Well, let's get to eating some food, y'all. I'm hungry. I think I am going to crack my drink open first. But I bought me a little bit of a Kirin grapefruit flavored Chu-Hai. It's got 5% of alcohol. Got myself the tall boy can. Had one of these before. Quite enjoyed it. And look forward to having another one. And that is quite nice. That is quite refreshing. And it's pretty good with this view as well. I've had one of these on the beach before, and it was pretty good at that time, and this is pretty good now on the beach as well. Cannot complain. Hell yeah, brother. Just gonna put it in the sand and get my first onigiri out. I have myself 4 Family Mart salmon onigiris. I'm gonna put my trash back in the bag. Can't be littering, of course. Oh my goodness, I'm feeling so much better after that onigiri. Genuinely no complaints on my behalf. Genuinely. I'm gonna have a sip of my alcohol. I've got sand all over my alcohol. I'm gonna have another onigiri. I am hungry after all. Now my question to anybody watching who's been here before, is this area underrated? But to me at least, it feels like this sort of area used to be like insanely popular with tourists and like vacationers and stuff like that. But I feel like these days it's kind of chilled out a little bit. Maybe COVID hit this place really hard, or maybe it's been like that for the last 20 years, I'm not sure. But it's just really chill. Not a terrible amount of people out here. And as said, it's not like this, well, I said it earlier on in the video, but I might have cut it out. But I said earlier on that, I mean, like, this area is accessible from Tokyo. It took me like 2.5 hours on the train. And I'm like, granted, I was in Matsudo, which is already in Chiba Prefecture, but on the complete other side and in the southern end. So I've got to go literally all the way across Chiba Prefecture. But from central Tokyo, it'd probably be like maybe 3.5 hours. So it's accessible. It's got a historic train, it's got a lighthouse, it's got beaches to walk on, it's got beautiful cliffs. This place has its own unique charm. I think I can say without a doubt, I'm glad I came here. Chill little area. That. It's just somewhere nice and different to explore. And I like exploring new and different areas. And I'm seeing like cargo ships off in the distance. Is there a ship tracker? Like, I know there's a plane tracker, so you can like look above you and go, oh yeah, that's this plane. Is there a ship tracker? I want to look it up. I want to find out what ships are out there. Ship tracker. Holy crap, there's a lot of ships. What a surprise. It takes me to Europe. There we go. I'm gonna zoom in on where I am. Oh, so that's where that is. This is where I am. So I'm just looking at the map. That's where I am. And so just zooming out, I'm seeing a boat like way out that way. I'm gonna zoom in on it. Excuse me. So I'm seeing a boat way out that way. Let me zoom in on it. It is that one right there. There's also another boat kind of off even more in the distance right there, but we're looking at that boat. Pretty sure that one's probably the closest one to me right now. And let's look at it. What is this boat? Oh, there we go. Got it. Ah, here we go. Yeah. No, that's definitely it. That's definitely it. I have to say that's it. That's LPG / chemical tanker. It's going from, what is that? Hick to, I think that's Kawasaki. Underway using engine going 9.3 knots at 189 degrees. Oh, very cool. And this is the Shonen Maru. Nice. Shonen Maru. Cool. Well, this is I like this. can just look at the boat and go, oh, that's that boat. I like that. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. Well, I think I'm gonna go stick my feet in the water. I've been waiting. I'm gonna go do it. Oh man, I've been sitting on my ass for too long. Oh man, that looks nice to go over there too. Probably not touch any of this seaweed. I don't know if it's like poisonous or anything. That feels nice. Yeah, it's pretty good. Oh, it's nice and cold. Oh yeah, it's nice and cold. Good stuff. Oh yeah, it feels really nice. That feels really good. Hell yeah. Good spot. That's very pretty. It's very pretty here. Look at that. Got my drink in hand. Got the view. Got the LPG and chemical ships over there. Man, oh man. That's chill. No complaints on my behalf. None at all. I'm feeling good. Got the slightest bit of an alcohol buzz going, not much. Not much of an alcohol buzz going, but I got the slightest bit. Now I just need to smoke, which is pretty tempting to have here, I'll acknowledge. Whew, that was nice. Finished off my drink with a beautiful view of the ocean while sticking my feet in the ocean. Somebody else was having a smoke here. I'm gonna have a smoke. Genuinely though, this is just such a chill spot. I love looking at the lighthouse like in the distance. Can you guys see it? I think you guys can kind of see. I think you guys can see the lighthouse. And I'm seeing a boat in the distance. I'm just gonna look up real quick what it is, but I think it's Japan Coast Guard. I think it's the Coast Guard from what I can tell at least. Because it looks like it's not like a destroyer, but it's like, oh man, I don't know the naming, I don't know the terminology for the ships, but this is the #1 Hayashimaru, Class B navigational status. It looks like Japan Coast Guard. I'm pretty sure it's Japan Coast Guard. Could be a fishing vessel, but it looks more like Coast Guard than anything. I'm not sure. All done with that. I feel much better now. No complaints on my behalf. I'm gonna zoom in on the ship just so y'all can see it. It's that one right there. That's it. My zoom did not do that much, but that's the ship. I think it's Japan Coast Guard. It doesn't say. I figure it would probably say on here if it was Japan Coast Guard, but I'm not sure. Maybe like Coast Guard and military vessels don't show up on like ship trackers, which would honestly make sense for like national security. Like you don't want every other country knowing where your boat is. So I wonder if that's it. But I think I'm literally able to hear it right now. Like, I think that's coming from the boat. But I finished my drink. I've finished all of my food. I think I'm gonna pack everything up and I think I'm gonna get moving in a minute. Well, where is the next place I wanna go? I should probably look at that. I do have a little bit of a buzz going. It's not that much. I could go for a little bit more alcohol. Well, let's take a look. Where's the next place I wanna go? I think I wanna go just kind of down. So that's where I am right now. I kind of wanna go down a little bit and go down to here and take a look at this irradiation lighthouse. I don't know what that means, but I do kind of want to take a look at that. So I think I'm gonna go down there and then kind of just like walk back up kind of thing and go over to Senigawa Rock, and go over to the easternmost cliff of Berg Ara. This seat pad's such a goated purchase. Absolute goat of a purchase. I am absolutely bringing these like every time I travel from now on. Like, just, if I can find like a smaller one, I'll replace this one with a smaller one. But like, absolutely goated. And I'm gonna put my tripod away. I do not believe I am forgetting anything other than my shoes. I think that's the only thing I'm forgetting I'll acknowledge. Man, just look at the view. It's so gorgeous. I love it. This is a nice area. This is such a chill, just nice area. I'm not gonna lie, y'all. But, yep, not forgetting anything. I've got my shoes right here that I'm gonna put on in a minute. And, yeah, I don't see anything I'm forgetting. So, let's get moving, y'all. Let's go. Alrighty, back into the sunlight we go. Oh, look at that. Looks like it's got a bunch of houses over here. There's a neighborhood right on the ocean. Literally, right on the ocean. Dang. Solid. I'm gonna sit down right here. This is a good spot. Sit down. Is that magnetic? No. Is that magnetic? No. Is that magnetic? No. There's no magnets. It's okay. 2 socks on. And... oh, 2 shoes on. Nice. Bet. Alright, we're all good to keep walking. First place I'm gonna go, down that way. I'm gonna go find that iridation lighthouse. I don't know what that means. What does iridation lighthouse mean? When I think iridation, I think like radiation. But I don't know if that's like what it means. Nuclear powered lighthouse? I mean, like, that would be pretty based, I'm not gonna lie, but I'm pretty sure it ain't that either. And we can see the irradiation lighthouse over there. It's pretty tall. Not as tall as that one, but pretty tall nonetheless. I don't know exactly what does irradiation lighthouse mean? I have no idea. No clue. It definitely looks newer than the other one. And there's a little sign over here and a little, I think maybe I go down right over here. Maybe. Scratch the road, take a look at the sign, see what it says. Just a sign on the road. Ah, it's all the rocks. Sandstone and mudstone alternating layers, human rocks, shark teeth, and whale earbone fossils. Southernmost point of off the east coast of the Chōshi Peninsula. Let's take a look. What's over here? Is it just like a viewing platform? Ah, the beach continues. So it ended for a minute, then it continues over that way. Yeah, let's go over there. Oh man, that's so picturesque. That is so picturesque. I love it. That's beautiful, especially with the lighting right now. We've got like another 2 hours until sunset. Let's go down here and walk over there. Although maybe this was a mistake. It's such a stony beach. Some really good stones over here though, but it is a very stony beach. Oh man. Okay, I should have walked on the road over there, honestly, because this is not easy to walk on. Not easy to walk on at all. There we go. It's gotten a little bit easier now. Nice. That's the tiniest palm tree ever over there. Couple boats. That boat looks slightly abandoned. And these boats, well, they're in better condition, but they do look slightly abandoned as well, I'll acknowledge. Let's walk over to the lighthouse. See what it's all about. More boats. Oh, it's got like a tile to it, I think. This is pretty cool. Grab a photo. Feels very, Wes Anderson. For lack of a better way of putting it. Got the rocks out there. Man, this is pretty. This is a pretty solid spot, and it's getting like, it's like misty out there. It's like just looking out in the distance, it's just like misty. Wow. And I guess at some times the tide gets up here all the way to the lighthouse because, well, there's rocks and rubble all over the place. So I guess the tide comes all the way up here every once in a while. It's tiled, yeah. Oh, very cool. Look up here. That's pretty locked. It's got power coming from there. Yeah, pretty solid. And there's like concrete up there. I wonder if it used to be like a lighthouse over there or something, and they moved it to here. Not sure. You know, sometimes I would be tempted to climb up that rock. And while I am kind of tempted now that I'm thinking about it, I'm also like, I don't know. I don't know. I don't really feel like slipping and falling into the ocean today. But man, look at all these rocks though. Man. Got the irradiation lighthouse, the other lighthouse. Good view. And then we've got like the hills over there, and if I keep walking that way I should get to some more rocks and some more cliffs. So I think I am gonna keep walking that way. I think that's my plan. Got this bridge right here, boat over there. And the sidewalk just abruptly ends. It is what it is. Vending machine up here. I'll have to take a look at what's in it. Oh my god. Is this an alcohol vending machine? Holy crap. It is. It is an alcohol vending machine. And I don't see an ID reader on it. There's no ID. Oh no, there is an ID reader. There's a smoking area too. Get you one of these for 150 yen. Ozeki 1 cup. Man. Got some Notogoshi. I do think I'm supposed to use that. Could feed it money and try to get one of these though. Honestly, try, right? I don't know if that works. Got 200 yen. I'll try it. I'll see if I don't need my ID. If I don't need my ID, I've got no complaints on my behalf. 200 yen. Let's feed it. Nice. Nice. Let's get it. Hell yeah, brother. Selection in this vending machine overall, pretty solid. You know, Asahi, some Kirin beers, Kirin Green Label, Notogoshi Tallboy, a little bit of a Chuhai up there, Asahi Zero, a bunch of small cans down here, a little bit of a highball. And we got a bunch of Kirin Chuhais. Got the grapefruit one, that's the one I wanted. Then we got the Strong 9 right there, Peel, a couple sake, and whatever this is. I'm not sure what that is, I'll acknowledge. Very cool. No complaints on my behalf. Hell yeah, bro. I was looking at that and I was like, I don't know if that works. I don't know if that's operable. Absolutely no complaints on my behalf. Let me tell y'all what. Hell yeah, brother. Glad to have bought me a little bit of alcohol at a vending machine today. This Chuhai is really good. I was needing something to drink. And frankly put, that alcohol vending machine gave me something to drink. I'm so glad I just gave it a go. No complaints. Oh, that's a big rock off the coast there. Oh, they got a sign. Seng Iwa Rock. Senga Iwa Rock. Don't know exactly how to say it. Yeah, this is pretty. A little bit of a beach, and I mean, like, just looking this way, we've got the port. We've got houses all down the hillside. This is very pretty. This is very pretty. Excuse me. Let's take a look. Let's take a look. Chōshi Isso Meguri. Chōshi Seashore Tour. Can't talk right now. I do have a little bit of a buzz. Says we can see Mount Fuji right now. I'm looking. I'm pretty sure this is south. Mount Fuji would probably be that. I'm like just looking at the photo. Probably right about there. I don't really see Mount Fuji, I'll acknowledge. Sea lions until 1897? What? I guess they were extinct because food for humans. Interesting. But we gon' take a look at the rock a little bit now that we've taken a look at the sign. And it's like a little tiny beach over here, super calm water. And that's the rock right there. I don't know if we can go up on it, probably not. I don't think so. But I'm just gonna walk around to the side just a little bit and then head back because I have more things to look at that I want to look at before the sun sets. So I'm gonna look at them. Glad to have come over here and glad to have taken a look. Very cool. Well, let's get moving again. I am now gonna get my directions up for the next place I want to go, which is the eastern cliff of Bai Bugara. And there's the cliffs. I found them. Popular since ancient time. Endpoint of public sightseeing trips during the Edo period. Was known as the Chōshi Coast Tour. Interesting. Cool stuff. Very informational signs that do have information in English, which is exceedingly helpful. Because I wouldn't know what it would say if it wasn't in English, honestly. Here's the cliffs, though. They're quite pretty. Quite nice. So is this like Japan's version of the Great Cliffs of Dover? Oh man, my hair is so bad. My hair is so messed up, bro. I didn't even realize. Why didn't y'all tell me, bro? My hair is like horrible. Bruh, I can't believe y'all didn't tell me that my hair don't be looking the greatest right now. But these cliffs, they do be looking great. Like, look at the layers. Like, dark down here, gets light. We got the grass on top, got the soil on top. But all the erosion. Oh man. Fire, fire. And you could see, I mean, like, where the water was at, like, previously, like, right there, right there, right there, right there. Like, just cutting into the rock. Oh man, no, fire. Yeah, no, this was worth coming all the way over here for. This was absolutely worth coming all the way over here for. No, I'm really glad I came over here. I'm like, especially with a view like that, I'm like, look at that. We can see the rest of the peninsula. We could see, I don't know, everything else going on. It's a good view. No, very, very, very solid view. Very solid. Yeah, but seeing the layers, though, genuinely really interesting. I love seeing, like, layers of, like, the earth that have built up over millions of years being exposed by nature and by the elements. I think it's very pretty, and I'm glad to have seen it. Well, I think I am. We can see some more cliffs like down there, which are very pretty as well. But I think I'm going to take these stairs up, and I think I am going to start walking back to the station before it gets particularly dark. I've got like 30 minutes until sunset. Yeah, 30 minutes till sunset roundabout, I'd say. So I'm gonna get walking sooner rather than later. And I'm gonna head just generally that way. Man, look at that view though, it's very pretty. Sun's going down, it's 6:29, sun I think is already just about down, but it's still very pretty nonetheless. Just looking at the pink in the sky, looking at the fields, And this is just a completely different route than I took to get over to where I was. So I'm seeing all new stuff as well. That's nice. It's nice. This is a solid spot. I'm gonna go take a piss. And I will see y'all in a minute. I'm not gonna lie, y'all. The bathroom was like top tier. Like, genuinely so good. Had no AC, but super clean. Had nice foaming soap that smells pretty good. And genuinely just a top tier bathroom. Taking a look at the time, it looks like, so I think this is Chōshi and this is where I am, maybe. I'll just look at the timetable on my phone because I don't read Japanese. Let's see when the next train is. The next train is in 25 minutes. All right, that's actually less time that I have to wait than I thought. Can't complain. Got a bunch of signage up. Not sure exactly what any of it means, but got some gacha machines here. I was thinking they might have some merch, but I'm not really seeing any merch here or anything like that. Looks like they've got some anime characters and whatnot right there. Cool. There's no smoking in here. I think this drawing is like super nice though. Like solid drawing. Oh, and they got a clock up there and everything. Nice. Mosaic art, bunch of banners, photos up here. Now this is like a very solid, like homely rest area that, frankly put, I am a fan of. It's a very solid rest area. Oh, it's like a really old photo. Wow. Got a bunch of stuff out here too. Dang. Wow. Wow, really old photos. Oh man. I gotta grab a thumbnail. I gotta grab a thumbnail with the train. Hell yeah. Hell yeah, brother. Let's get it. Genuinely perfect timing, and it stopped at the perfect position too. No complaints on my behalf. So I guess at night when there's only one person driving the train, you just pay once you get off. Pretty cool. Well, I have a train to catch though, so I'm gonna get a move on. As much as I hate to do it. I don't know what platform I need to be on, but I'm heading to Chiba. But yeah, that one's going to Chiba. That's my train right there. I gotta walk a little bit faster. But I appreciate y'all watching this video where I traveled 2 hours to ride on the historic Chōshi Electric Railway. Overall, I gotta admit, I had a fantastic time today, and I hope you guys have had a fantastic time watching. Overall, a great time, I will acknowledge. Would I come back here and do this all again? Absolutely. 4 out of 4 day, 10 out of 10 day. No complaints on my behalf. And I hope you guys have enjoyed watching. If you guys have enjoyed watching, of course, make sure to like and subscribe for more content. Got my Instagram, my book, everything like that, all in the description down below. Go check it all out. But yeah, appreciate y'all watching today's video. I had a great time. I'm gonna have a great rest of my night, and I hope y'all have a great rest of y'all's day. To the next one, stay safe and peace, and have a great one. Yes sir, you know what I'm saying?